Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Incidentally, from now on I might just start calling it Space Marine, and rather than do the whole title, but yeah, poor guardsmen.
Hold the line.
And I do find it very interesting. This is the only time I've ever seen a female guardsman. Because I'm under the impression they're extremely rare.
Thank the Emperor.
You know, people who know more about the 40k universe, please feel free to tell me about this, but I have a feeling that female guardsmen are very rare.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
I sent out 10.
Let's face it, your guns are basically worthless.
That damn gun.
Only with massive amounts of firepower.
And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
Just a little one. Excellent. Yes, as I say, female guardsmen are extremely rare. As I said, she's the only one I think I've ever seen. I like the fact, incidentally, that if you look at his pauldron right at the back there, you can actually see, right here, you can see that purity seal I just picked up has now been added to his armour. That's a nice touch.
Only that our troops were sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactorum Ajacis. But that was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact with them.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
Roger that. Thank you very much, guardswoman. Yes, because how much of the guard is conscripted? Isn't it basically all of it? Yeah, but I have no idea if they actually conscript women. Because my assumption, and I don't know for a fact that this is true, and as I say, if you know more about the 40k universe, please do let me know. But my assumption is that they don't conscript women, which means that if you see a female guardsman, she's probably there because she actually volunteered. Which means she's probably a bit crazy. Because let's face it, to actually want to go out to the universe and face this kind of stuff, you'd have to be a bit mental. Don't get me wrong, I have great respect for people who do. But, bye. Oh! As I say, I needed the catharsis today. As I say, if you've seen last week's vlog, you know why, but, it's just... Oh god, this game is so damn cathartic. And yes, I appreciate a lot of the noises I'm making during this combat. Yeah, well, they're probably going to get me another community strike for being overly sexual. But, screw them. Yes, this is a really good game. It could do with a few... Well, the combat system could do with being a little more complicated. There are basically just... There's only a fairly small number of combos that you can use, but other than that, it's a really damn good game. And you do get a sense of power creep as you get tougher and tougher enemies and bigger and better weapons. Seriously, the point at which you start getting proper power weapons is just so satisfying. That's not to say the chainsword isn't satisfying, because, well, as you can tell from the noises I've been making, it really, really is. I'm here. Oh, yes. Heavy bolters. Weapon of choice for Devastator Marines. Really damn powerful. But they are a wee bit heavy. Screw it. Move it, and let's go. This is the classic thing. While it's mounted, it's got unlimited ammo. Once you pick it up, you've got to deal with an ammo shortage. But oh, and then he drops it occasionally without me telling him to. But oh well.
Our unit was the only one. Now none of our ships can get past the gun.
Wonderful. Okay, then let's rock and roll. Hello, uglies. Ooh, another weapon station. Can't remember what's in this one. Ah, the Stalker Bolter.
Access granted.
This modified bolter, equipped with a targeter and high accuracy shells, is able to fell enemies from great distances. Basically, it's a single-shot rifle as opposed to the bolter's, you know, much more rapid-fire ability.
That's where the orcs breached the gun battery.
Yep.
We haven't been able to make it inside the wall.
Smashed a rock right into it.
There just aren't enough of
That's
us.
rock spelt with a K, incidentally, because the orcs spell everything wrong.
You have done well, but you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
Because yes, unlike most Space Marines, he actually has a lot of respect for the guardsmen. You know, let's face it, she has held her men together against pretty much impossible odds.
Citizens will be turned away.
We're heading back to the command post, Captain. Good luck.
30.
Roger that.
Injured workers should seek treatment in Sector 46.
The Stalker Bolter, where are they? There you are. This is the problem with the zoom button being the middle mouse button. I think there's another button that it is, but no, it's that. It's control, isn't it?
Orcs on the high ground.
Yeah, control basically you have to press and hold. With the tapping the middle mouse button, it's damn it. Got it. Yeah, there's a great line when they were talking about designing the combat system and the fact that you regain your health not by hiding, but by going up to the enemy and stabbing his head in. You know, and their comment is, yeah, the reason for that is Space Marines don't use cover. Which is a tiny bit inaccurate, because Space Marines are actually very sensible and know how to dive behind cover when necessary. But only when necessary. You know, they have enough armor and they're tough enough that they can wade into fields of fire without too many problems. You know, if they're reasonably cautious and sensible about it. You know, and their power armor is very, very tough, even if they don't really understand it anymore. So let's face it, you know, the whole point of the 40k universe is that the Imperium of Man has been going badly downhill ever since the Horus Heresy, you know, which happened in the 30th millennium, and they're now in the 40th. So they've now spent the last 10,000 years, give or take, in a steady technological decline. You know, superstition has overtaken science, which it's really fascinating. You can actually read the Horus Heresy books. You know, you realise how much the Emperor would hate what's become of the Imperium.
Caused by the rock to enter the gun fortress.
You know, he was deliberately trying to get rid of mysticism. You know, at least partially as a counter to the Chaos Gods. And instead, you know, he's worshipped as a god. Something which he explicitly told the... Oh, which one was what? What was it? It was the... Oh, what was Logar's lot? I'm gonna kick myself when I remember who it was. The Word Bearers. It was the Word Bearers who were the first to basically start worshipping the Emperor as a god, and he basically told them to bloody stop it. Oddly enough, that's what actually led them to their fall for chaos, was being denied by the Emperor. You know, so the ones who wanted to worship him as a god ended up turning to chaos, and as a result, everybody else now worships him as a god. And in fact, they will horribly murder anyone who refuses to accept that the Emperor is a god, even though he's basically been a corpse on a chair for the last 10,000 years. I mean, technically he's alive, but it's life only in its most technical sense. So admittedly, the Astronomicon, I suppose, is still allowing them to... It is called the Astronomicon, isn't it? Whatever. You know, and the Golden Throne is at least allowing their ships to travel through the warp without getting horribly lost and horribly killed. Yes, as I say, I'm a bit of a 40k fan at times.
There must be powering orc contraptions across the battlefield.
Oh, we're coming into a really good
Captain,
bit.
assault support pods were dropped in this area.
Yes, that is a jump pack. I love 40k jump packs. They're designed for exactly one thing. Let you jump up high and smash right down on your enemy's skull.
Take to the high ground, Captain. We will deal with the orcs down here.
Here we go. Yep. Come on, Mr. Orc, where are you? Seriously, there should be a lot more orcs by now. Oh, here they come. Yep. Hee Because jump packs are so good in this game. Yeah, they just let you absolutely smash your way through enemy forces with absolute impunity. The only downside is, while I'm using it, I'm limited to just 2 weapons, the pistol and the standard bolter. So I like the fact that while he's using the jump pack, he actually uses the bolter one-handed. Because there are some Warhammer 40k units that actually dual-wield bolters, which is pretty badass. Let's see how they like this. Anybody live through that? No? Good. Yes, this game very wisely limits your use of the jump pack a lot. Because it is incredibly satisfying, but by keeping it, you know, quite rare, they stop you getting bored of it. Because this game does actually have multiplayer, which unusually for me, I've actually played a reasonable amount of this game's multiplayer. And by far the best class, in my opinion, is the Assault class, which probably was the one that unlocks last. Because the Assault class is the one that gets use of the jump pack and all the good melee weapons. You know, so they're the guys who just pootle around the battlefield, killing everybody with thunder hammers. Which is just really satisfying. Okay. Stop messing around and get up and kill those guys. Oh, that's gonna hurt for that guy. Yeah, mate, you can yell, shoot those humies as much as you like. It's not gonna help you kill me. Slightly odd fact, I actually have a friend of a friend who is named Humie, so she'd probably take that kind of personally. Well, that's not actually her real name, it's her nickname, but she'd still probably take it a wee bit personally. Okay, we're coming up on 13:45. I'll try and get to the end of this section before I have to end this part. Because I can't even overrun my parts anymore. I am strictly limited to 15 minutes. Which I hate, but as I say, there's bugger all I can do about it. Yep. Okay, kill that SOB. Stopping more orcs coming through there. Hello, uglies. Okay, we're coming up to the 14.5 minute mark. I'm gonna have to call this part here, I think. Okay, but we're mostly finished with that combat section, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.